Initialize sequence.
Yo, this Blaze, your dad homie.
This is Jamie Match Rock.
This be the one them called Tech 9. Yo, what up? This is Shags 2 Dope from Insane Clown Posse. This is the genius, Chris Calico.
What up? It's G-Mo Ski. This is Ritz, White Jesus.
It's the Kid Mercury. This is Slain.
Dragon Eyes, Necro, Project Born, Mad Child,
Your boy Jerry.
Vinted. Welcome to the Underground, Australia's home of rap, metal, and alternative music.
What is up and welcome to the Underground. It is Ned, joined by the one, the only, the dead man himself, fresh off a brand new album. It is Blaze, your dead homie. Blaze, what is happening, man?
Oh man, you know what it do. How you doing, man? It snowed like crazy around here, and I know the difference of the days is wild, but so it is wild right now. Like it's super cold outside, but I am actually enjoying it because I am stuck inside most of the time. So I do get a chance to go out and see something different, man. It is crazy outside right now.
Oh, that is crazy, man. Right up after we finish this, I'm going to sort of point the video out the window here because it is a nice, hot, sunny day here in Australia. Summer has just kicked off. Oh, man. Well, Dead Man, I hear that you've got a bit of a new profession on the go.
Oh, man. You know, I've been doing all types of different stuff. Teaching is one of them, but
That's where I was
handyman might
going
be
for.
another. I'm telling you, I'm a man of many hats right now. Because COVID and COVID related stuff around this area and everything that's going on has forced me to become a man of many hats. And one of them happens to be a teacher, and not just a teacher, like a grade school teacher, dude, like real young, man.
I love it. Blaze, your dead school
It is
teacher.
crazy. Oh man, I'm telling you, wild.
So what do you do, man? You have the little, because we did that here with my kids, but luckily my wife, Anna, she took care of most of it. But are you taking the classes for the little ninja?
Oh man, I'm telling you, it's like, you just got to monitor most of the time. So you got to like be around and make sure you're monitoring the stuff. When it first went down, it was a whole different scenario. They were like, hey, basically take over as teacher. They were like, here's his paperwork. You just have to teach him. I'm like, what? Like, I don't remember this shit. This is a long time ago that I learned all this. It's crazy, man. Like, for real. So it was wild. Now they have it more down to a science. It's like they have you, basically, you just got to make sure that they're not goofing off, I guess. You know what I mean? Because they're sitting there at a computer and it's like hours at a time. Then they get breaks for a few, 20 minutes or some shit. He's sitting around and, he wants to play. It's like any kid, they're like, I want to do something. Well, 20 minutes is no time to a kid. They're like, man, come on, really? Oh, I got to get back on because there's another hour. Like, damn it, son of a bitch. So yeah, it's wild. It's a whole different scenario. It's like, things that you would think would have been cool when you were younger. You were like, oh, hell yeah, I'd love to stay home. It's like, that shit is not what the kids want. They're like, I'd rather be at school. You know what I mean? And that's the truth. But yeah, it's just because of some of the severity of the people catching it at the school. And it's not really all the kids. Sometimes it is, but it's like the, teachers and shit like that. So I think they're looking out for their interests where I stay, because it's like a smaller type community and they're trying to keep that shit on the Lizzo. And so it turned into that. So yeah, it's a lot, you know what I mean? And then it's the same thing as any parent. Afterwards, you're like, I need some help. And it's like, okay, well, let me try to figure this out for you. This is wild shit. So, you know what I mean? So it's the same type of shit. Yeah, that's wild. So yeah, for sure. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy there, man. So anyways, off the topic of, still talking about the pandemic, I guess. Apart from the school teaching, Blaze, how has it all been for you over there? Is that when you recorded the new album? Was that during the pandemic?
Yeah. During the pandemic, I recorded a lot of the record. I was stacking up music a little bit here and there, tracks. But then, I started actually recording a lot of it during the pandemic. So it was crazy because I had a date in mind already, and we were all set to go. And I was set to come up there because I was just going to stay, move up to Michigan for a couple weeks so we could do this shit. And then all of a sudden, bang, pandemic hit. And it was like, well, now I got to tell you, like I said, I got to change into this. Now I got to help out Lil Ninja. So it turned into a whole thing. I had to set the record back. And, so I was back at the house writing and, you know, just perfecting and getting it ready. And then as soon as everything, they gave the all clear to like state to state travel, bang, I was back in it, you know, driving back up there to get the record finished. Yeah. So it, you know, it was a lot, it was different, but it's the same thing. It's like I said, since I started putting together a little bit of things here to try to, you know, get more of the pre-production and things that I need done, I can get it done here. And then I can roll up there and be ready to just bang, 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 and, you know, drop things and be ready to hit it. So it's like, yeah, it actually has changed a little bit of the way I work, but it's not, I think it's in a good way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's nice right there. So you're saying like a lot of it was actually done there at your crib?
I was writing everything mostly here, getting everything set up, and then taking it straight up there. Yeah, and just actually making sure I recorded vocals and everything. And because the best sound is at the studio, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my opinion. So it's like I like to get the best sound because, you know, and that's why I had Young Wicked mix it and all the flavor. Because man, he's got a great ear, and yeah, he just kills it. And yeah, I'm thankful for having all these dudes on the team and just being the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Well, I've been down since One Less G in the Hood was released back in 2001, it must have been. I've known of you since the late 90s, Dead Man. But I have to say, this album is the best since One Less G in the Hood. And that's no disrespect to your other albums. Love them all. Casket Factory was amazing. But this new album is boom. Love it. Got a different sound to it in places too. It's just there's something about it. Summer Breeze is my jam off that one.
That's what's up. Hell yeah. Thank you, man. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I said it's always the same thing. It seems like I said I try to just continue and get better and or, you know, move on and just take steps in a general direction to get better each time. And I said I think in this album I was just trying to experiment a little more, and it might have brought me back to a little bit of stuff that I started with, you know what I mean, when I started doing it. So, you know what I mean, if that's what people are taking it as, and that's cool. I love that, but maybe that's it, because I was really trying to experiment a little bit here and there, and some of it was different, like, you know, in songs where I'm singing, but I tried to keep it gangster and, you know, and still keep it dead. And yeah, it's kind of, it was, you know, because that's been like the lifelong stuff for me, is like trying to continue to grow as the character Blaze, but still keep true to Blaze and who he is. And that's kind of what it was for me the whole time. But on this record, I also tried to explore like personal shit, more personal than, you know, than normal, like normal Blaze even, you know what I mean? I know everybody thinks that Mama I Ain't Changed is a great personal Blaze song, but really it's like, you know, I try to actually go at it some personal shit on this one. And yeah, so it was fun and it was different.
Yeah, it definitely was, man. Couldn't recommend it anymore. The album Cadaver. How the hell do you say that, Blaze?
Cadaver.
Cadaver. Yeah, there you go. I've been saying
Cadaver. Yep.
Cadaver. Yeah, there you go. It's in there. I'm like, and have a little bit of a brain explosion right there. The album is Cadaver. Definitely pick that up. It is the Dead Man's best work, in my humble opinion, since the early days. But, you know, staying consistent as per always. And you were talking about your diversity, Blaze. The song you did with Red, I thought that was some very diverse stuff right there in Two Signs.
Oh, for sure. Thanks, man. Yeah, man, for real. It's like I've told a couple people this. Like when they asked me to do the track, I was like, when I first heard it, I was like, wow, really? You guys hear Blaze on this? I'm gonna, you know, and I kind of felt honored. Like, oh, cool. All right, this is way different. Like I didn't ever hear anybody like I know that was coming at me like, hey, man, I want to hear you on this type of track. And it was kind of cool. So I was like, that was different. So as soon as they asked me, I was like, oh, all right, dope. You know, I wrote my shit and spit it and it was done like that. And then when they asked for the video, I was like, let's do it. You know, homie to homie, let's get this shit done. And yeah, so yeah, cool guys. And Red's cool dude. And, you know, everybody with them is cool peeps. And yeah, just, you know, just trying to stay, like you said, diverse and just change the shit. Because earlier I was, you know, I'm out there spitting shit like Pantera Walk, and it was like, well, I haven't tried anything different like this before. This is crazy too. So let's do this shit, you know. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I love that. If you haven't seen it, you need to check out the Two Signs video. Obviously not you, Blaze. The people watching, listening, Two Signs. It's great. You got the shades on there. It's that sort of summer anthem.
Yeah.
It's very much the furthest thing away from I'm Dead, but I love it.
It is.
All right, man. What do we got here? I want to know, you've just released Cadaver. Yeah. What are you working on right now?
I'm already like working, trying to map out the next direction and for the next stuff, man. It's like, music nowadays, everybody wants what's next and what you got next. So I'm mapping out some stuff for the next project. I already have some stuff down ready for another project that I've been working on. It's more like a up-tempo rock type project. So I've been working on a little bit of that. And yeah, next so it's like I'm because you can't tour, it's like your mind's running wild. Like, what can I do? So you're like, there's 1,000 things that are running through me. Like, I need to do this, and this, and keep doing them. And it's been crazy as hell right now. So it's like, everything is on the table, and I'm trying to just pick up everything and write to that, and then put that into an envelope, and then fold it up and send that off. And then get to the next thing and do the same thing. Yeah, it's kind of where it's at, man. So yeah, every day is busy, and you just stay at it.
Yeah, that's amazing right there. I was talking to Jamie the other week, and he was saying they've got like a twisted iCloud just sitting there with all these ideas, and we're basically hearing stuff that's happened. They've been sitting on this for ages because, you do spend most of your time touring. So you're sitting on a bunch of rock stuff, you're saying. That's got my ears are pricked up, Blaze.
A little bit of, I've been working on a little bit of different things, just some different type of stuff. And, it's more just collaborations. And yeah, it's got, it's going to be, I think it'll be kind of sweet once it's all said and done. Like right now, like I said, I've been listening to a lot of different stuff, going back and hearing different music, obviously, that I grew up on, but stuff that I didn't really give much listen to at the time, like like Korn. I mean, Rage Against the Machine's always been in my playlist, but I've been going back to Rage and listening to them a lot, and yeah, just a lot of different stuff like that, and just in general. So been trying to take it back a little bit, and and getting some inspiration off that, to keep moving with some different shit.
Nice. Some of that late 90s sort of new metal style.
That 2000s, like late 90s, turbo, I guess it is. Turbo is what they call it on satellite radio out here. Sirius satellite radio is like turbo. It's like the late 90s, mid 90s to the late 90s up to the year 2000. And then it's all, So it's kind of weird. It's different. It's different shit. But yeah, it's like stuff that I listened to, but didn't really give it a full listen like I am now. I think my ears have been tuned back into it, like, holy shit, because this station hasn't been out there for probably like a year and a half now. So yeah, I probably found it maybe a year ago. So yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah. So can we expect to hear you, and I know you can't give away too much, George will shoot me, but can we expect to hear you doing any collaborations with any metal artists maybe?
I mean, there's always some possibility, I mean? I have not talked to anybody yet, so there's nothing on the table at this moment. So I'm not going to say anything, and George's going to shoot anybody. But for no, everything should be cool. And so I haven't really got anything in the can yet for that. But yes, I've just slowly been working on things and putting things together for it.
Excellent. Well, the Horror.
But I will not rule it out.
Yeah, I was going to say the Horror collaboration was great. Boomstick. Yeah, Boomstick. That's an amazing song right there. I like that.
That's what's up. Hell yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
That was cool. That was another one, man. When they asked me to do that was the same type of stuff. Like, I never, it was a whole different type of genre of music. And I was like, hey, let's try this shit. It's kind of cool. And it's like, they sent it to me, said, come up with what you like and we'll do it. This is what it's kind of called, and let's go for it. And I was like, all right, cool. So yeah, it was dope.
Nice, man. Well, let's switch things off the music onto some other sorts of things. We often talk basketball, you and I just thought, why not? I don't think I've ever asked you this question before. LeBron v. Jordan, like the question that everyone asks. Who's better?
Who's better, LeBron or Jordan?
Yeah.
Wow. I would, the argument
It's
is
an age-old
probably it's
debate.
like no, it's gonna be there the whole time. But it's like if I'm gonna go back, it's like I would say at the time, you know, when I was coming up, I hated Jordan with a passion because I was a Detroit Pistons fan, like a Bad Boys fan. And I mean, I caught on to basketball in like 86, 87 year, about that year. And I remember us going pretty far and not making it, like getting beat by Boston or something. And then, you know, making it in there and actually winning, you know, 88 and 89. And, you know, I mean, winning these things. And I just remember it was like, he was like I'm telling you, coming up, as you learn, you start to respect him more as like just a great player, because that's what he was. He was just a really great player and around like a lot of average type skill players, I think. You know what I mean? There was a few players here peppered around that were, you know, not quite to Jordan's skill, but they were almost there. You know what I mean? Like they were almost there. And it was like at the time, Jordan was the best among everybody. And now it's kind of like, when you got LeBron, he came up and it's like Kobe came up and Kobe was great. And it's like it started showing like everybody was starting to get more talented and just better at the game. Like maybe they were practicing more or getting better at it. And it's almost like there's an ocean of people that are all very talented. But I don't know if I could ever say that one guy is better than Jordan, because I think he kind of started to, you know, for them to aspire to be like him. You know, everybody wanted to be like Mike, and that's what I think it started. And it doesn't matter if you're LeBron or you're Bronny later on, it's all stemmed from Michael Jordan, where it all started, where he was such the dude, man. He was just unstoppable. And I don't know how they probably sugarcoat some of the stuff. And I watched his stuff, and it was obviously produced by Michael Jordan. So, you know, he got to do everything, his whole editing job and everything that was going on. But it's like, if you watch it, you'll see that he was, you know, he's not apologizing for anything. He's a great player, and he's like, fuck you. If he didn't like you, he used it as fuel to burn you. And he could take any slight and he would do it. And if that's what it took to be greatness, he was greatness at that time. And I don't know if anybody can probably recreate it, because they're all going to have to, you know, walk in the shadow of it. And that's kind of what it's going to be for LeBron and anybody else. Like, LeBron's a great player, though. Don't get me wrong. If there was a number two, he's going to be number two, or he's at least going to be, you know, jockeying number two with Kobe or some shit. For real.
Yeah.
I think I pretty much agree with you right there, man. It's hard to sort of look past Jordan. 6 rings, 1 city. He was surrounded by role players.
He didn't stop that. You know what I mean? There was much weird talks about what might have happened during that time. And, you know, there's a lot of, like, there's weird stuff. Like, there's rumors that, you know, and obviously they don't bring that up in that documentary, but there's rumors that maybe he was, you know, gambling and had a gambling debt. And then he found out, like, maybe the league found out and maybe told him, you know, you need to take a break. And he had to take a break, and he was forced to. And then he went and played baseball. And then as soon as his fucking suspension was over, boom, I'm back in basketball. So it's like, technically, if he didn't get pushed out of them years, he probably would have continued on and just won. And then you would have never heard about Elijah One winning anything, and Drexler, you know, holding up rings in the other areas in Houston, and even Shaquille losing it with the Magic, you know, craziness.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on that one, Blaze. That is awesome.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. All right, Blaze, I want to talk a little bit of Christmas with you. This came up with Jamie Madrox, and I want to get your opinion on this. Do you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh, Die Hard, a Christmas movie. I mean, it takes place during Christmas, but does that mean it's a Christmas movie? It's like, I don't know. I would say there are some strong elements to it, to being Christmas, because they come back to the second one and they also do that, aren't they? It's like a Christmas time at that point too, because I remember they're sitting, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a Christmas movie, because it's more of like an action movie. I would say it has to be an action movie. And maybe I'm, you know, contradicting myself. Maybe I did call it a Christmas movie before, but maybe now I'm just thinking about it. I don't think it is a Christmas movie. Actually, I think it is just an action movie that takes place during Christmas.
I think that's the logical answer, but I've got a buddy, he will flip out at this. He's dead sad. It is a Christmas movie just because it's based there. But yeah, man, interesting to know. I think Jamie was on the same as you. It's sort of, I've been just putting it out there because it is the season, my man. What's on the go for you this Christmas?
Oh man, same. I'll be in this lovely establishment all Christmas long and into the new year, most likely. No, I had plans to leave and go down to Florida for at least like a couple of days and maybe enjoy some of the sun rays down there, because I know you said it's sunny in beautiful, peaceful Australia, where I wish I was at right now, because there is snow a foot high and it's going to be probably 2 by the morning. And yeah, so yeah, for real, it's like I was planning on maybe leaving for every people that know me know I take off for a little bit, and I got family down there, and I try to go down to the sun. And yeah, I'm not gonna make it this year, and that's some bullshit. So most likely, I said I'll be in the snow of Ohio, and probably snowed in, because that's kind of what it's looking like. Everybody is around. They're trying to like shut things down out here a little bit again, like everywhere, because shit's popping off, and what used to be their scale for like their homeland security stuff, like telling you, hey, it's yellow, you can't fly or some shit. Instead, now it has taken place to their COVID response, and their colors and our counties are like different colors. So if your county is like orange or red or on the verge of it, then you're not allowed to move anywhere type shit. But I still like bust it and go county to county. Just wear your mask. Like, fuck them. They're not like really on you to keep you from doing shit, but they're really trying to keep people from, just freely passing this shit. That's what it really is.
Yeah, it's everyone's sort of got to buckle down and do the right thing, I guess, Blaze. The same thing's happened here. We've just come out of lockdown, and yeah.
Hey, they don't do that here, man. They are not messing around like that here. Everybody's out there. They do what they want. I see people wearing beards for masks, like just out there, like, this is my mask. I'll just take my paint off. This is a beard. It don't matter. That's my mask. You just walk around like, that's not how it's done, sir. Yeah, they wilding out here.
Oh man, that is crazy. All right, Blaze, you're a bit of a collector, right? You collect
here and there. I be getting into a little bit. I'm like I told you, I'm a dabbler. I think this came up on the show with Twisted before one time, but I am more of a dabbler, because we figured this out, because I'll dabble in something and collect this for a little while, and then I'll get tired of it and I'll start collecting something else, and then get tired of that, and then I'll start collecting a different thing. And yeah, so I have like many different weird collections of things. I have a collection of NBA toys from they're all the NBA legends. I think they're McFarlane Sports Picks, and I collected the entire series of those, even to the point where I was like really into it, and I went out and had to buy, I think the most expensive dude somehow at the point was Wilt Chamberlain. And it wasn't just Wilt Chamberlain, it was Wilt Chamberlain in a Laker uniform. And I had to go all the way out to LA somewhere and find this motherfucker. And I picked him up. So I got him. I got like the whole damn collection of that. So there's a few things, like I actually collect the entire thing. But I was into Marvel Legends for a little while. I was collecting cards for a little while. I have these zombies that I collect. I was collecting these South Park figures. So it's like anytime I'll find myself out there randomly, I'll be rolling. Whenever you're with Twisted, you're automatically going to probably visit some sort of, like a comic book shop or a toy shop or a card shop or something of that nature. And, been with them so long, like so many different times and tours, that I probably had so many different collections I started and different tours. Besides the comic books, I've been rolling with like Walking Dead and different comic books for a long time too. Because I don't know, I started reading those a long time ago. Like my cousin got me into those, and yeah. But my first love was always sports. So I was always into basketball and baseball. Baseball was the first one, and then I moved on to basketball and like football and anything, basically any sport or things that are considered sports sometimes, because people don't consider certain things sports. They're like, I don't watch, that's not a sport, but it kind of is if they're doing, I don't know, like even American Ninja Warrior, or just Ninja Warrior in general, like the first one. I remember watching that before it became American Ninja Warrior. It was just Ninja Warrior, and it was cool. So yeah, it's dope.
Oh, that is awesome, man. Well, if you had to choose one, what would you say your most prized sort of collectible is out of your dabbling of collections?
That's tough, man. I don't know. I think one of the coolest things that I collected was, I mean, it's one of the cooler things that they came back with them Thundercats figures.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Just a couple of years, like probably, this was probably like 10 years ago, maybe 15 or so. They came back with these dope ass ones, and I got this Lion-O one, and he's in a box, and he's big as fuck. He's like this. I'm trying to do it justice. But yeah, he's in this box, and he's straight up, he's still there in the original box, and I think he's pretty cool. But I have a lot of cool shit. Like, I got a fucking couple Iron Man statues, and I keep them in boxes too, because I never felt like they would be sitting on a shelf. They're just gonna get all fucking dusty and fucked up. So I keep my shit fresh, yo. I try to keep my shit looking cool, because I don't like dust all over my shit. I don't know why.
No, man, you don't want dust on it, man. That's cool. All right, man. Well, thank you so much for taking time out. It's always a blast chatting with you, Blaze. I want to know, before I let you go, can I grab a recommendation from you, dead man?
A recommendation for which, what are we talking about? Are we talking about a dinner and a movie? Are we talking about Christmas dinner?
Well, usually it's something that you've checked out lately, Blaze. Like, have you listened to something cool lately? Have you seen a good movie lately? Or, yeah, if you want to talk about your Blaze Your Dead homie speciality, or some teaching advice, or something like that.
Well, I'm telling you, the only Blaze Your Dead homie speciality, I would say, is like these cookies that were introduced to me when I was a child. My sister still makes them. I have found out how to make them myself, so I can bake my own goddamn cookies, because anytime people make them, they never make them enough. But they are 100% the peanut butter ones with the stupid little Hershey's thing and the blossom. And a lot of people don't do them right, but I do. And you should too. So don't fuck this up, all right? That's all I'm telling you. If you're gonna make cookies, don't fuck up them, all right? Ever. Okay. Now, what I've been watching lately, and what I've been checking out lately, there's two different things. I've been, because I've been flipping back and forth between Netflix and Amazon Prime. And Amazon Prime, I've been into The Boys, and I watched the entire season of that, and that was pretty sick. If you have a chance and you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's like a superhero type series, like none you've ever seen before. And that's, I'll leave it at, like, I'll leave it like that, because I don't want to fuck it up for anybody, but I thought it was pretty sick. And so that's basically what I've been watching. Season 2 was too short, though. I was like, damn, let's see it. Come on. So yeah, for real. It's dope though, for real.
Oh, that is awesome, man. So The Boys on Amazon, you said?
Yes. The Boys, Season 1, Season 2, they're completely done, and yeah, they're pretty dope. And I'm trying to think of the one I just finished watching, because I went back and started watching some American Horror Stories again, like a few that I missed. So I watched through a couple of those. I think I seen the cult one that I never seen that full series one. So yeah, I watched through that, and yeah, so that, just going back and trying to check out some of the other stuff. So I think that's what I was watching on Netflix, because I had that happening, and I was like, oh, let me switch back and check out some over there. So yeah, try to stay on both. So if you got some time, go ahead and go check them out. Some of them are interesting. Obviously, like I'm telling you, The Boys is definitely a fucking worth a watch. So check it out if you have not yet.
Love it. Some recommendations from the dead man right there. Well, Blaze, thank you so much for taking time out, man. Always love chatting with you, my friend. It would be a bad thing if I did not ask you to drop that Aussie accent. I always love a Blaze Your Dead homie Aussie accent, because you do it so well.
Come on, man. I'm not trying to get it. I don't know if I can get my accent right now. It's not good enough. I told you.
It's been a little while since you've been out here, man. No.
Because last time when we were together so long. It was like we were hanging out, and it wasn't just you. I was there with 2 other Australians, and I was trying to take it all in. And I was like, everywhere I went, I was just listening. Like, oh man, this is exactly how you talk out here. And I couldn't do it, because every time I told you, mine sounded like a broken English, like English Australian. Like mine is very bad. My Australian accent is horrible. So I cannot do it. I commend the people that are Australian actors who can come here and just flip it like that and start talking normal English or like an American English, I guess. I guess it's American. I'm sorry. It's not English. It's not English, is it, mate? It really isn't.
Man, you got that great, you've sort of got like an English, like, Australian crossover there. I like it, man. The mate was right on
told you I
point.
got accent, mate. That's as far as I picked up from you. Told you, horrible. See, now everybody's gonna be like, I knew it. I hate play.
Man, they're gonna be like that. Hey, man, I can't even say Cadaver. Well, be sure to pick this man's brand new album up now. Blaze Your Dad, homie. Thank you so much for joining me, man. And be sure to hit him up on all of his socials at Blaze Your Dad 1. Thank you, Blaze.
Yeah, thank y'all, man. I wish I was back with y'all, man. I'm coming back. I am going to make it over there again. They are going to have to try to stop me at the borders. They're going to be like, damn it, keep him out. Keep him out. He's got drug convictions. But I'm coming over the borders. And then I'm going to go see my homie, your homie, everybody's homie, Kid Crusher. Yeah, my dude, man. Much love, for real.
This has been another presentation from the Grey Wolf Entertainment Network, greywolfentertainment.net.